Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Boisterous, joined by Cadoink today, bringing you some Platinum League Pandemonium out of the map Cloud Kingdom. Spying down here in the bottom left-hand corner, we do have Frankie as the red Protoss, and up here in the top right-hand corner, we have Blood of Kings, his blue Zerg opponent, and Cadoink. Shared replays are here.
Yeah. Dude,
Oh
I am
my
so
God,
excited. I got Heart of the Swarm. I didn't keep to my resolve, and I just went ahead and bought it. I just went ahead and got the thing for the shared replay alone. And
because
it
I've
is
been
awesome.
pestering you for like a week and a half.
Yeah, definitely.
Cadoink,
In other
I can
news,
slow it down to normal, and then bother everybody, including you.
oh gosh,
And then I can go to faster
slow.
2 times.
So fast. Hey, are you in 1 minute 10 seconds?
Oh yeah, I am.
Oh my gosh, it's shared
It's so
replays.
perfect. Oh.
Buy Heart of the Swarm right now. Go buy it.
Oh, jeez.
Buy 2 copies and then give it to your significant other, even if they don't play.
And if you've never commentated with somebody else, you're not going to understand why we're so excited, but just trust us on this one. Be excited.
Oh, yeah. Be super excited. And you know what? I bet we could even join the game if we wanted to. Like, play it.
Could.
I mean, we're not going to do that.
We're not going to do that yet. Maybe in the future. Maybe we'll play pro games really crappily in the future.
We're going to play pro games. It's going to be hilarious. By the way, when you finished your countdown, I tried to hit play.
I know.
It
didn't work. Oh, God. Shared replays. So meta.
So OP, man. This is the difference between Heart of the Swarm and Wings of Liberty. Like, if there's one thing they could have done, this is it.
Just this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I can actually commentate battles now.
I know, it's great. I don't need to tell you to shut up.
It's like, shut up, there's a drop going on. Oh, what?
Oh, drop? What's this? Oh, man. We should just not talk about the game at all. Just pan around to interesting camera angles.
That's what I've been doing, man. I've just been, like, basking in the glory that is shared replay as Frankie takes an expansion.
Man. Oh, yeah, definitely. We have both of our players actually taking an expansion at this point. With the Protoss player actually a little bit ahead on the expansion timing. And just some other fancy stuff that's been added into the HotS commentary, because I feel like going it very deeply into HotS commentary for some reason. You can now click on buildings in the production tab and on units and stuff, and it shows you where the building is.
What in world?
Did you not know that?
I did, but I forgot. This changes everything.
It's fucking sorcery.
Changes everything.
Such sorcery.
Look, I'm going to his forge right now. Boom! There it is.
It's right there.
So that way, when a caster's like, "Oh God, where's that dark shrine?"
Yeah.
Boom.
No, you know exactly where it is. Oh God, I am overcome by excitement. I'm sure people are not all that interested in hearing us geek out about the commentary features in Heart of the Swarm, but trust us, people. It's exciting. It's very exciting.
So you will know why our casts are better.
Oh God, it's so great. All right, so we do have both of our players going for basically just fully standard builds for Heart of the Swarm. I mean, the ZVP meta game hasn't really changed a whole lot. You see a lot of Protoss players going for much more air-heavy builds, but other than that, it's really the same. It's Forge Fast Expands versus Fast Expands for the most part.
Yeah, I'm excited to see a lot more pros enter into the Heart of the Swarm scene and see what they do with Mothership Core defenses. And maybe they can play a little bit greedier builds, which will be exciting for Protoss, because Protoss has actually had to been pretty safe with getting their forge up, getting that cannon up. So I'll be excited to see what happens with the Mothership Core and how they'll utilize that. But yeah, Forge Fast Expand, never a bad build, and I'm excited to see Frankie do it. And hopefully we'll get to see some Heart of the Swarm units in this game.
I would be amazed if we didn't. I mean, we already kind of watched this replay, but you know, I'm just gonna tease that a little bit. Maybe we will. Maybe
I didn't actually see anything in the replay. I just looked at the mini map the whole time.
I read Reddit.
You Reddited? Reddit is great.
Reddit is a great site. Oh man.
So we have something odd. He's gotten 3 gates up.
Before his Cybercore, yeah.
Yeah, but actually, I think that might work out pretty well.
Yeah. It's strange. Definitely going for the 2 gate before your Cybercore is a weird build. But we now see him going for the Stargate, so it kind of makes sense because it shows that he was building up gas, I guess. I mean, it wasn't like he was going to build the Stalker anyway, so it didn't really matter so much, I guess is the best way of saying that. But it's still wonky, to say the least.
Yeah, he's going like a 4-gate Stargate. So kind of an interesting build off of Nexus, of course.
Yeah, it's becoming kind of a standard build in Heart of the Swarm just because of how powerful the Oracle is. Because the Oracle is stupid. I mean, it, it is a ridiculous unit, and I would be amazed if we didn't see one come out from basically every Protoss player in every situation ever.
Oh yeah, oracles are certainly cool. What I'd really love to see are some swarm hosts in this game, and even more so vipers. Vipers I think are one of those units that are going to be super incredibly micro intensive. Probably won't see a lot of them in the lower leagues, but more and more in the upper leagues as players kind of utilize that abduct move. And yeah, of course, like you're saying, the oracle is a fantastic unit for the Protoss.
Yeah.
I think I like it better than the Tempest.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's so much cooler than the Tempest in a lot of senses, and just
Oh yeah.
way better, to be quite perfectly honest. Its DPS is ridiculous. Its move speed is ridiculous. It's like I'm not sure if I linked you this series or not. I probably did, or you probably watched it on your own. But did you see the Rhett versus White Raw series from
I
one
heard
of the
about
NASLs?
I didn't actually see it.
He built like 4 oracles and he wiped out 2 mineral lines in like 30 seconds.
Wow.
It was absurd. These things do so much freaking damage. They do 25 damage versus light on a .86 weapon speed.
Wow.
So imagine if a Marine was doing 25 damage, and that's an Oracle.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I know.
It's absolutely incredible.
It's insane.
And they're awesome looking too. They're just the
Yeah.
coolest little things floating around.
I'm not quite sure where the pilot goes, though.
I don't know. Maybe he's just that. Maybe he is the ball of energy. No, maybe not.
I doubt it. I mean, I guess it would be possible, but I think it would be painful to be sitting in a pulsar beam when it's firing
Yeah.
at your opponent. I'm not sure if that would be quite effective.
You know that little blue crystal on the top?
Yeah, that's the pilot.
got to be it. Yeah, that's
Okay.
got to be it.
Yeah.
Did you know that in Brood War there were actually people sitting in the turrets?
Huh?
Yeah, the missile turrets. There's actually like a little dude sitting in there. I'm sure a lot of people know that.
Wait,
but
what?
it's
You're
worth
you're
mentioning.
blowing my mind, Cadoink.
Yeah, if you go back
if you
and look,
zoomed in.
yeah,
Oh
in
my
Brood
God.
War.
What?
And and actually, if you click on like, you know how they have like pixelated like portraits or something, not portraits, but like, when you select units, you have
the
yeah.
adjutant and stuff, and the queen and the overmind.
Exactly.
Things like
If it was damaged enough, you could see the person's outline perfectly. As we have these oracles fly into the main, so we're going to see exactly the power of them right now as they're using their ability.
Oh God.
Pulsar
It's
beam.
so
That's
mean. It's so mean.
Wow.
Oh, that's
8
already
workers
8
killed.
workers down. The queen's just about to go down because the DPS on these things is absolutely absurd. I mean, the energy cost is interesting, but I still think they're a little bit on the good side.
Oh my gosh, yeah, look, he shut down this base with just 2 units,
2 oracles,
and,
yeah.
and a queen wasn't good enough to hold it. So another incentive for Zerg players to put down spore crawlers, which I think is good, and it kind of incentivizes, is that a word? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a
Hydras, which we see Blood of Kings is making.
Yeah, indeed. And he's actually going very heavily into the Hydra build. It's going to be Hydra Ling, which is kind of an interesting composition, especially because he didn't get speed on his Lings, which is wonky, I would say.
Yeah, most of the time you see like Roach Hydra, but I think Roach Ling could actually be pretty effective with the speed of Hydras. Have a couple Stalkers moving up to the 3rd base, now there's some Sentries reinforcing. Force fields are going to be really, really good here against the Lings, however, the Hydralisk can probably do some damage over them, and we can actually see the Lings were able to surround the Protoss army.
Yeah.
Force field's not doing that much, a lot of Sentries going down, and this is very, very bad for Frankie.
Yeah, that was honestly just some very awful positioning from the Protoss army. You had the force fields not actually creating a solid wall to block everything off, and the Mothership Core out over the force field so that it could get sniped by the Hydralisks, and it was bad, to be honest. If you're going to go for that amount of harass, and I'm guessing, this is just my guess on what Frankie wanted to do, he wanted to break up that ramp, drop force fields to cut off the army from reinforcing the base, and then just target down the base and mass recall away, because that's what you do with Mothership Cores. And and he just completely botched it, basically. There's no real other way to describe it.
He needed more force fields, but we have an Oracle in the natural of Blood of Kings doing a lot of damage. In fact, we can see that in total 19 workers killed by the 13-minute mark.
That's
That's
painful.
ridiculous. 2 more going into the main now. There are some spore crawlers which will deny him with that queen, but they're just going to move down to the 3rd and do damage there.
Yep, taking out the queen, taking out a lot of drones, and yeah, these things are just they're so good. Oh God.
Yeah, sick harass units.
They most definitely are. I'm really kind of surprised that they took out Tome and instead made them like literally the best worker killers in the game currently, except for maybe Blue Flame Hellions, and that's arguable because these guys can fly.
Yeah.
They're really really good. I mean, in their current state, they'll probably be a part of the Protoss metagame literally forever because they're a unit that's just extremely hard to deal with. Because
Yeah.
any air unit that's fast enough to catch up with them is light and they rip it apart in seconds.
Yeah. What I'm really excited about is the other two abilities. The Envision is actually really cool because it keeps Protoss players from needing a robo, and that's their source of detection. And then, of course, Revelation is super cool. But in the meantime, we have some Hydras moving up into the third, and I don't think they're going to get it.
They have really high DPS in this game.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do kind of a ridiculous amount of damage. And I'm actually surprised to see that Blizzard put in Revelation onto the Oracle, because they took it off of the Mothership Core, which is weird. Because it worked really well in the Mothership Core. It made the Mothership Core a very defensive unit and a very good defensive unit. But now putting it on the Oracle kind of just opens up a second route of detection for Protoss other than the Observer.
Yeah,
And that's like
I think that's
offensive
really cool.
detection, which is weird to me.
Yeah, it is a bit odd. At the same time, though, it just gives Protoss by far the best detection in the game.
Yeah.
Zerg, of course, being second, in my opinion. I think that
scans.
Oh, scans are good, but scans are dependent on time.
That's a good point.
We have the Protoss army moving up. I think he could do a lot of damage here. Unless those Hydras move forward, which they are doing, they're going to get the good concave.
This is an awful position for the Protoss player to try to engage into. And we see the double time warp going down, but again, the awful positioning on the Mothership Core is going to allow it to go down extremely quickly. And he does not want to engage here, even with the time warps down. It's just, it's not going to work at all.
No. Time Warp is an absolutely amazing spell, but I think it would have been better suited on Lings.
Yeah.
Maybe like going down a choke, had he had a good concave and then cast that on some Lings to slow their progress. That would have been really cool to see. And then try to get a better concave on the Hydras, of course.
We do see Frankie, extremely interestingly enough, going for Immortals against Ling Hydra, which is not really the most effective choice of units. There are a couple of sentries at the forefront of this army dropping down nice Guardian shields, and we do have there was Lings on the backside. It was a trap.
The Zergling flank, one of the coolest things I've seen this game, man. Actually, a clutch move. Look at units lost. It's the most ridiculous thing. I mean,
oh yeah, definitely.
That was so cost effective for Blood of Kings. I'm sure he is just extremely happy right now.
Yeah.
And this is very good for him.
That was painful to say the least, just to watch. And we do have 23 drones on the way from Blood of Kings. He is going to instantly saturate his fourth base, going up to 23 out of 24 workers, literally instantly. Wow, that's a lot of drones.
Yep. So we see that Blood of Kings is actually making a kind of odd choice. He's getting 6 roaches right now, which he's seen the Immortals, and so I don't think it's actually the best choice. And actually, he's attacking the third of Frankie, which is a very bad move. Now Frankie on the concave side, Mothership Core going down, but that time warp allowing the Stalker army to not let those Hydralisks get away, and they will all go down. So kind of a blunder from Blood of Kings there.
Yeah, definitely. That was... Both of these players, they need to work just a little bit on their positional gameplay. It's definitely a little bit on the rougher side of what we've seen out of a lot of players recently.
Well, you know what? As soon as I said he shouldn't have been going roaches for the Immortals that Frankie was building, Frankie switches into Colossi, so actually going to be well in his favor.
Yeah.
Blood of Kings kind of doing some mid-game metagaming right now, which is really cool.
Dude, Blood of Kings is so meta.
Oh, yeah, and the +2 or the +1 flyer attack, that is sick, because then he can produce, like, a couple Corruptors, and those Colossi will pop.
Oh, yeah, instantly. We have 20 Hydralisks now on the way for Blood of Kings, so he is not quite fully transitioning into roaches. He knows he wants to keep those Hydra numbers nice and high because they just have the most absurd DPS ever. We have an Oracle popping out at a time along with 2 Colossi. So those 2 Colossi are going to be reasonably effective against the army, but nothing super special at all.
Oh, yeah. We have Frankie moving up to the 4th base of Blood of Kings, but some roaches meet, and the last immortal is going to fall. So now there's really nothing these stalkers can do except run away. They don't even have blink, so kind of a scary pursuit for them. They really want to get out of there. Maybe another going down. Nope. But yeah, that attack was effectively useless. You know, he didn't even get the 4th, and now he's kind of showed his Colossus card, and we have Corruptors on the way.
Yep, and with only 4 Colossus up against this massive Zerg ball, it's going to be a little bit rough to try to defend that, especially with 5 Corruptors on the way and 2 already out, bringing it up to a total of 7. I mean, those things will basically just one-shot the Corruptors, or the Colossi.
Oh yeah, absolutely. With +2 on the way, and then +3 for his roaches, tunneling claws even. I think he has roach speed, but we have a little bit of an engagement here. Roaches moving forward. The Colossi in a scary position. One of them going down very quickly, not even really needing the Corruptors at this point. And he's just going to go up and do a lot of damage in this 3rd base. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, that wasn't the best positioning for a Protoss player, or for our Zerg player. However, once he's down at this 3rd base, he should be able to turn it around reasonably efficiently. But it looks like he's just going to be way more focused on sniping down the Nexus. Those 3 Corruptors are going to be able to do an amazing amount of damage to these Colossi. Oh my god, are they actually going to get the Colossi? It's only 3 Corruptors. Alright, good.
Yeah, they managed to get 1. And managed to get the 4th, stalled for enough time, and now he's just going to run home. There's nothing more he needs to do. He's getting his 5th up. He's remaxing. Looks like he's going to be transitioning into probably Broodlords as he's building a ton of Corruptors.
He doesn't. I don't think he has a Greater Spire.
He doesn't. He doesn't. I checked.
What the?
Actually, for those of you who don't know, there is a Structures tab if you hit T, and it'll show all the tabs.
And you can click on that too, and it shows you where all the structures are.
Yep, it's absolutely incredible.
It's so good.
Oh man, well, have a good ball of Colossi, 4 in total. He is switching to the Templar Archive, so going for that Templar tech, very smart, as Broodlords are a possibility, and of course, Archons are super good against him. Oh, and he's Dark Shrining, win behind Dark Shrine all the time.
Oh, definitely. Definitely, and I still can't believe I'm just chuckling at the 17 Corruptors. That's such a weird choice, because if your opponent, if you go Colossi, you typically don't actually go Colossi for a whole ton unless it's a PvP. And we have an Oracle just wrecking the
14 kills.
The economy. 14 worker kills, 41 workers killed out of Blood of Kings units. He has had to build like over 100 workers this game just to not lose his economy. And we have Frankie actually with an insanely high amount of probes. He's up to 90. His his 3rd base has 59 out of 24 workers. There we go. He's sectioning them off. It's only at 42.
He's transferring, and he's
now.
Yeah, oh my god, this is crazy.
This is some oversaturation, some textbook oversaturation. We do have an engagement going down here, and all of the Colossus getting absolutely trained by the number of Corruptors here, and oh my god, that's so many Corruptors. I can't believe he still has not begun the Greater Spire yet. He really just doesn't like Colossi at all.
Oh no, he's absolutely crushed them. A few more Stalkers left to try to clean up, but I think there are too many roaches. I think he can at least get this 4th base. Nah, it looks like wants to be attacking the Stalkers right now. Just kind of deciding what to do. He really could suicide these units if he wanted to, which I think is what he's going to do.
He definitely is suiciding these units at this point. I'm not sure if it's going to be nearly as effective as he wants it to. Oh no, he got the Nexus. Okay, it's all good.
Yeah, absolutely got the Nexus.
Were worth it. We do have the reinforcements from the Zerg army actually coming in now, and with just superior reinforcements, he might be able to push through this Protoss army and take the win. Wow.
Yeah, I think he's going to get it right here. We can see that the bank of Blood of Kings is massively high compared to Frankie's, which is very low. He won't be able to remax. So trading armies is exactly what Blood of Kings wants to do right now. And he should just continue to push, continue to free up supply, continue to remax, and just win this game.
Yeah, most definitely, especially if he goes for that Broodlord switch, because that Broodlord switch this late in the game with so many Corruptors would be absolutely devastating, because you would just be able to field so many of them. We have Frankie still in 3 probe production, even though his only mining base is... Oh, okay, it's transitioning off. Never mind. Even though his only mining base is at 15 out of 24, and his one that's just spawned is at 39 out of 24.
Yeah, good lord. Needs to stop building probes and start building units. I understand, because he wants to get an economy, but it's just at this point it's too late. The rest of his army falling to these roaches, and this base is going to go down very promptly.
Oh yeah, and I don't think there's okay. I'm just going to be straight. There's no way for Frankie to actually claw back into this game. It's just it's way too far gone at this point.
No.
9K bank for Blood of
Yeah.
Kings is just overwhelming.
Blood of Kings would have to walk away for 20 minutes. And there we see the G, just the single G, pulling a ret when he's angry. He just types G.
I wonder if it
And
means
yeah.
good or game.
I don't know. That's a good question. Probably just game. If it was good, it would, I don't know, it'd be a little nicer.
That would
Hey,
be
by the
weird.
way,
Yep.
our cast finished at the same time. How
I
cool is that?
know. It's insane. Neither of us kept talking after the end of the replay.
Wow.
Oh, man.
And the roaches are still... Oh, the game ended.
Yeah. God, I remember when I had to tell you that the game ended.
I know.
So many red
Jeez.
faces were had in those days.
Yeah, but those days are done. They're behind us because we have Heart of the
Thank-
Swarm beta.
thank
And
God,
a
Cadoink.
month from tomorrow, we will have the actual full game.
Cadoink,
For those
if I
of you who
could,
don't
I
know-
would hug you.
Dude, I would
Right
hug
now.
you. Dude,
All right.
cross-country hug. You ready?
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna hug my monitor.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. All right.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. No, all right. That felt good. That felt right.
Felt great, man. That felt...
Okay. So anyway, guys, if you would like to check out any of Cadoink's other stuff, you can just listen to what he's about to say.
Yeah, so first of all, I'd like to plug Heart of the Swarm one more time. Please go out and buy it. It's going to absolutely revolutionize StarCraft 2 in more ways than just the actual game. It's going to be a great community environment, as it's already been for 2 years. So go out, check it out, play the beta, do that sort of thing. If you'd like to check out more of my videos, please go on to youtube.com/user/Cadoink Studios, where hopefully, thanks to the shared replay and a bit of time, as the semester will be a little bit less heavy, I can do more casting and kickstart that channel back up again. But if you want to know what I've been doing recently, please go to youtube.com/user/non-esports. It's a German StarCraft 2 team. Yeah, non-esports official. That's right.
Official
It's non-esports
non-esports.
official.
I'll link it properly in
Yeah,
the description.
he'll do that.
Yeah.
It's a German StarCraft 2 team. Very good master players. I'm sure they're all going to be switching to Heart of the Swarm once it comes out. But just a fantastic group of guys. I casted the most amazing 40-minute ZVP over the weekend. So please go check out that channel, subscribe to them, support non-esports, as they're an awesome team. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Alright, and if you guys want to check out any other games I have commented, you can head over to youtube.com/user/boisteroussc2. In addition, I have been working a lot with the Anatomy of StarCraft team, starting a new series called Lore of StarCraft, and being on a couple of their streams that had In Control as a featured guest. And if you guys want to go watch any of those videos, they'll be over at youtube.com/user/Panera86. That will, of course, be linked in the description. Also, if you would like your games commentated, you can send them on into boisteroussc2@gmail.com, and I am done plugging, so this is Boisterous,
This is Cadoink.
signing out.